A Christian Southern Baptist pastor suddenly one night dies from a heart attack after living preaching the gospel of Jesus for 50 years. He prayed every night for God to take his soul if he died. He had no regrets and looked forward to the day that he would finally meet the Jesus that he had believed in instead of the God of the Jews that he despised. The pastor closes his eyes for the final time and falls into utter darkness. He finally saw down a long tunnel a faint light, so he walked down the path, but not in his Sunday suit, but dirty robes and no shoes. He heard only whispers in the distance, not the sounds of angels or music. He continued down the long dark hall to discover the source of the light. He suddenly felt something grab his hand and pull him forward. He was lightly startled and noticed a dark angel with black wings. The angel glanced at the pastor with almost a faint smile. The pastor and the angel, hand in hand, finally reach a glowing, ambient white door made of white crystals and diamonds. The angel placed his hand once on the door, and it opened. The pastor suddenly saw the source of the whispers he heard in the dark hall. There were thousands of angels lined up on each side, bowing quietly among themselves, clothed in white robes with white outstretched wings. They were much different than the dark angel with him. The light in the middle of the celestial chamber was a brilliant light, brighter than the sun. He could see the vague outline of a sapphire throne and a humanoid figure sitting like a king with a long white beard and glowing yellow eyes. The adversary let go of the shaking pastor, dressed in dirty white robes, and gestured to him to go forward to the throng.
"Come, Son of Man, and kneel before me, for this is holy ground. You are here this day and this time to quickly account for your life on earth. The adversary is here as my witness to hear your testimony. Adversary, who is the human who you have brought before me?"
The adversary placed his hand lightly on the kneeling pastor's right shoulder and said to God as he bowed,
"My Lord and my God, this is the Southern Baptist pastor of Dallas, Texas, Samuel Houston. He was the senior pastor of a mega church, one of the largest of his convention.
Rise, Son of Man, and present yourself. Why should I allow you in my kingdom of Sheol, the resting place for all righteous souls? I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I am the God of the prophets and the King over the universe. I am Yahweh the God who revealed my secret name to my servant Moses. There is no Jesus here, Son of Man."
This pastor rejected the Torah and rejected the covenant given to Israel, tried to bring Jews into his church as trophies to baptize them in the name of his Jesus.
The pastor looked up at the adversary in shock, and then tried to look up at God, but he was shaking in fear. Was this a nightmare?
"My Lord, I don't understand. In John 14:16, Jesus said, 'There is no way to God but through him.' By grace you are saved, not by works," Jesus said. Jesus came to fulfill the laws of Moses, so we would not need the Jewish covenant. He gave us new covenant.
My King, this pastor, like many of his fellow Christians, has chosen a lie, not the truth. He believed whatever theology I would whisper in his ears, even to live a life hating the Jews and threatening them with going to hell without his Jesus.
No, this is wrong. Where is my Jesus?
"Do not worship idols. This law prohibits the worship of any deity other than the one true God. Do not curse God. This law prohibits blasphemy or speaking disrespectfully about God. Do not murder. This law prohibits the taking of a human life.
I know the 10 Commandments.
Do not commit sexual immorality. This law prohibits various forms of illicit sexual relationships, including incest, adultery, and homosexual acts. Do not steal. This law prohibits theft and other forms of dishonesty. Do not eat flesh torn from a living animal. This law prohibits consuming meat that has not been properly slaughtered. Establish courts of justice. This law requires the establishment of a legal system to ensure justice and maintain social order.
My king, the pastor works on his Saturdays but rests on Sundays. That is the Christian way.
God is not a man or a son of man, so he would lie. I share my glory with no one. I am your only salvation. No one who is righteous can die and atone for anyone's sins. Ezekiel 18:21-23. I gave just 7 laws for those who are not the sons of Jacob to my servant Noah. But even those laws were too complicated for you to keep in your mind and heart. Given to you so discernment of the truth would not evade you, and not believe in a lie. There is only the Torah and nothing else. Even the Jews that you tried to baptize were once Gentiles as yourself, before they accepted the Torah on my holy mountain. Go now from my presence, and all like you, to Gehinnom, where you will spend the next 12 of your earth months, in repentance and soul cleansing for purification. Only then will you come back to my throne to appeal against your case.
Two white angels suddenly appear with brilliantly white wings and reach out to the pastor and take his arms. The angels on either side take the pastor's arms, lifting him in the air. The angels and the pastor vanish in a bright light. The angels take the pastor to a shadowy realm of twilight, an endless sea of black with scattered islands with tents. The pastor is lowered to his selected island. There are many others just like him scattered about among the endless black sea. This is the realm of the dead, or Gehinnom.
If you've enjoyed this program, please click like and subscribe.